Okay guys, so today I decided to show you guys how to make a menswear, how to sew a side pocket. I'm currently sewing a menswear trouser for Senator, the native. So the front is going to be like a band waist, and then the back is going to be elastic. But I want to show you guys how to do the side pocket. So basically what you need is your front piece and then your pocket, which I cut 14 by 14. Okay, so this is 14 by 14, and then I just rounded off this edge. Okay, I just like gave it a slight cut here. So the first thing you want to do is to notch your pockets. Okay, usually take 2 inches in, and then you notch. That's where your pocket starts, and then you measure down 6.5 or 7 inches. Okay, and then you notch in 1/2 inch. All right, so the first thing you want to do is to take to make it easier for you, in case maybe at some point you forget, this is the back of the pocket and this is the inside. So this is the part you want to show on the inside. So anytime you forget, you can't remember which side comes to which side, just place your pants on the pocket like this. Okay, and know that you want the inside to show here, because at the end of the day we're going to trim this side off. So you want the inner part to be showing. So once you fix it like this, it means you're going to turn it this other way. Okay, so you're going to turn it this other way, which means you're placing the front of your trouser to the front of your pocket. Okay, so front to front. So by the time you turn this in like this, you're going to have the front on the inside. So front to front. Now we're going to place it together. I've already gone ahead and placed this one, okay, just because I don't want to waste time. Now you want to place it. Remember when you're cutting your pants, we removed 1 inch. 1 inch was removed at the top here. So you want to place it in such a way that this is equal. Okay. So this should be exactly, the side of the pocket should match exactly. Sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and give it a shift. Okay, so this hip side should match exactly on the hip of the pocket, and then this one like this. I'm just doing this to hold it down so it doesn't move when I'm sewing. Okay, so once you've done that, I just help myself to draw a straight line so it's easy for me. So what you want to do is to sew on this particular line. So you place it down. And then we're going to sew on the center. Once you get there, you tack, and then you cut. So once you've done this, you want to open it out like this, and then you're going to take your hands and then open out the seam. If you want to iron, you can iron, but this definitely gets the job done. So you want to open it out just like that. Okay, once you've opened it out, now you want to notch your 1/2 inch. Okay, this 1/2 inch is your sewing allowance that you're going to use to sew the sides. So you want to notch it up to that point where we stitched it too. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and trim this excess off. So we're just going to go ahead and trim out that excess just like that. So once you've done that, you're going to open it out. Now remember, you notched it, so you can easily do this now. Okay, so open it out like this, and then we're going to stitch it, but make sure that you place it to be very relaxed. Okay, so I'm just going to help myself and pin it. You can decide to iron it, you can decide to just go ahead and sew it. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that you get it properly. So I'm going to do this. Okay, so this is what we want to have. All right, so now we're going to stitch it by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so we'll start from this point, from exactly where we stopped. So I'm going to pack this down, and then we're going to start stitching. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we're going to stitch it down. Okay, so make sure that everything is flat as you go. Okay, so this is done. So this is what we're having at the end of the day. Okay, so this is it. You can see how nice it looks. Now, we want to sew the pocket because we want our pocket to look like this at the end of the day. Okay, so this is what we're trying to get at the end of the day. So now the next thing we're going to do is to sew our pocket bag. Okay, so remember, this is what we want at the end of the day, but we need to stitch the pocket bag. So what you're going to do is to turn. Okay, see what I'm doing? This is the front of the pocket. Okay, so we want to take this inside out like this. All right, so once we've done that, we can just go ahead. If you want to pin it, you can do that. So let's just pin this down up to this point. You don't have to pin if you don't want to. So once you've done that, we're going to stitch it by 1/2 inch. Okay, we'll start from the bottom part, which is the base. So we're going to go ahead and all the way through to where the pockets end. So you want to stop it about 1/2 inch before you get to the pocket, the part where we stitched the pocket. Once you get to 1/2 inch, you tack it. All right, and then you're going to notch that point where you tacked. Okay, so this is what I mean by, this is where the pocket is, right? This is where we stopped. I stopped. You can decide to stop exactly ½ inch or 1 inch, but don't go more than 1 inch. So this is quite okay for me. So now once you've done this, right, we've stitched it this way, we're going to like take it, put it, bring the bag like this. We're going to take it inside out like this. Okay, again, that's like the second time. So you want to make sure that everything is on the edge. So we're going to stitch this point again up to that place we stitched it to. So we're going to do that. This time we're sewing with 1/4 inch, not ½ inch. We're sewing with 1/4 inch. Okay. Once I get to that point, I'm going to tack and then cut out, cut the thread. So at the end of the day, see, our pocket bag is ready. You can see it's neat. So this is the part that will be on the inside of your trouser, which is the back, and then this is the inside of the pocket. Okay, so the main reason why we did it is to stitch here. You can see the inside is neat and then the outside is neat. That's why you double stitch it. So once we're done with that, our pocket is almost ready. Actually, it's very, very easy to sew. So the next thing we're going to do is to lay it out flat, because now we want to stitch it together. Now, remember we cut out 2 inches from here. So you're going to measure your 2 inches back. Okay, so you measure your 2 inches like that. Remember the 2 inches point where we stitched that straight line. So that's what we want to do. We want to place it back because this continues your trouser. If you don't put this back, then it means your trouser is not going to be complete. So you want the side of the pocket to be exactly on that 2 inches, and you want to make sure that your pants is relaxed. Okay, so just take your time and be careful with it. So this is mine. I'm going to go ahead and pull that point together. So once this is done, right, you want to stitch it all the way down to hold it to your pants. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch this. Okay, remember it should lay flat, it should be relaxed. So this is done. Now, once we've sewn here, we don't want to leave this place hanging like this. So what we do is we're going to tack here like this. Okay, so remember, make sure everything is laying flat. And then we're going to tack from this pocket, okay, just this tiny bit here. We're just going to tack it down. And that's it. Our pocket is ready. Like, basically ready. It's that simple to sew. a side pocket. Can you see? Can you see? So our pocket is ready. See it? So this is how to sew a side pocket. I hope you guys find this video helpful. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.